If you were here last week, we started making a name drawing inspired by the artworks of Klee. Your letters should reach the top, and we're sort of making a hidden picture artwork. We want to today have closed shapes that we can start adding a special drawing technique to. So we're going to color in a special way today. A closed shape is like the inside of the letter A or the inside of an R, but it can also be the space in between letters. Now, if you accidentally made a letter that doesn't touch the top or the bottom or the edge, we can add some extra lines today if we need. Maybe I'll make a line here to make this E touch, and I'll make a line here to connect the E to the edge, and I'll make another line here. That can help me have more closed shapes that I can color inside of. So now this shape is a closed shape, and this shape is a closed shape. I could even divide up some of my larger shapes, like the shape between the R and the A, into another closed shape if I wanted to make my letters a little more hidden and to make the spaces smaller. But I don't want to do that too much, otherwise it'll be a lot of work to color. So I only want to do it where I really need to in my picture. Today we'll be using crayons for our special coloring technique. But we're not going to color all the way. We're going to practice coloring carefully with different amounts of pressure by pressing lightly or pressing hard. The great thing about using crayons is we can use even pieces of crayons, and they work just as well as other crayons. I'm going to start with a yellow crayon, and I'm going to start in this trapezoid shape that's part of my letter A. Now, inside this trapezoid shape, I'm going to use the crayon, and near the edge, I'm going to color back and forth really carefully. To do this well, I have to watch what I am doing and go slow enough to create a little line around the edge. Then, after I've gone all the way around the edge, I'm going to do that again, but this time I'm going to be really gentle and press lightly. That way it'll make a smooth transition into the middle. This is going to give our letters a really cool effect and help our hands practice drawing carefully in a way that we maybe haven't before. I'm going to do this again in another spot with another color so you can see. Next, maybe I'll use this pink color. The first thing I need to do is go around the edge. I'm pressing hard the first time I go around the edge, but I want to be careful as I can. Do I stop here? No, I have to go the whole way around the shape. That's why having closed shapes is important. Now that I've gone around the edge, pressing hard, am I done? No. I want to go around the edge again, this time pressing gentle. See how it looks different? It should look different. If it doesn't, maybe try holding your hand differently to see if you can use both hard and soft pressure. Hard pressure looks like pushing the crayon down. Soft pressure looks like gentle and smooth. So I can press hard and then press gentle. It might be easier to see in shapes that are a little bit bigger compared to the smaller shapes. As I'm doing this, sometimes I like to mix it up and go to a different part of the picture. So I'm going to go find this shape, and I'm going to start out by pressing hard. And then press lightly. Am I coloring in the whole shape? I'm not. I'm leaving some of the inside white so that we can do one more bonus step in the future. I'm excited to see the starts of your coloring. Remember, even in our tall shapes, we can do the same thing. So I'm going to press out hard at first. It might take a little time for some of the bigger shapes, but taking our time and trying our best is how we become better artists. And then after I have the border, I can press more lightly. I like to try to smooth these two lines together even a little bit, so it looks like they connect and match. And then maybe I'll do even one more layer where I'm pressing even more gently. I think that looks really cool. And then I get to put this crayon back and choose another one. I want to keep going until I've filled up all of my picture, or as much as I can in our art class.